Trump is a convicted criminal and grapeist, and these idiots FI. Now, I don't know what the hell that last part means. So this is somebody who was addressing a message that I put out to the Skamala fans out there, the quote unquote supporters, i.e. the haters of Trump. And this is a comment I've heard an infinitum amount of times, because this is something that MSDNC or MSNBC, CNN, NBC, ABC has been pushing for the longest. They've been pushing these narratives since, 2010. They've been pushing the narrative of the grapes. And, in the last 4 years, obviously, when they put them on trial for all these bogus claims that are getting dropped like flies because they have no basis. And essentially, it was just deep state nonsense. But let's get into it. Let's break these down. So let's start with this one right here. Convicted criminal. Now, I don't know if people are just slow out there. I genuinely don't know. Are they just slow? Are they lying? Are they filled with propaganda? Or are they a little bit of both? Because the word convicted has a very specific meaning, you see. When an individual is convicted, it means that they went through trial, pleaded guilty, and therefore they are now a convict. They got an F on their report card. They are now a felon. And I've heard the word felon thrown around all the time. You are not a felon until you are convicted with a felony, which means you have gone through the process of such. So right now, it is in the court of public opinion that he is quote unquote guilty of anything. Now let's bring it to this one right here, because this one's the most severe. And if somebody slandered me in the way that Donald Trump has been slandered the last 10 years, this man's a better man than I am. I will say that straight up, because everybody's going to get it. How dare y'all? Somebody who has literally put his life on the line at 80 years old with billions of dollars could just have stepped away and chill with the grandkids, but instead has to deal with y'all foolishness and y'all buying into Joyless Reed and the rest of these damn grifters, right? Charlemagne, the godless, all these other characters. Now, this one right here, I've heard this word thrown around so many times in relationship to DJT, to Donald Trump. It's a lie. Go and look at the case itself. It's a bogus case. If you even just did your basic research and looked up what the case was, which a majority of you don't even know what the case is, beyond what you're hearing from a news pundit, beyond your little five-word slope, or what you call a 5-word headline, beyond your 30-second TikTok or Instagram video, if you actually research the case, you would know that it is a complete bogus case. The story doesn't even make sense. This man was in broad daylight in New York, in a very busy part of New York, which was very busy, in a place where he's from, so everybody knows him. And Stormy Daniels is, there being taken advantage of in such a way, in such a public space. And okay, when it's certain people, right, you give them a complete pass. When it's certain folks, you give them a complete pass and say, oh, that's wrongly convicted, wrongly convicted, wrongly convicted. How dare you convict? That's a black man. Y'all just trying to bring down the black man. Y'all just trying to bring down the black man. But as soon as it's somebody you've been told not to like by the media, a man who before 2016 was beloved, he was a media darling by black folk, even more so than the white folks. The whole hip hop community accepted him until y'all were told to be what you are used to being, followers, and going along to get a damn long. And I'm tired of the slander, because again, if it was me, I would be thank God again. I'm not supposed to be in that position. That's why I'm not in that position. I wouldn't do nothing, nothing violent, nothing like that, but I would definitely get my just due and my justice. A lot of people will be paying up to a lot of foundations. Best believe that. The great grandkids are going to be eating good with that type of defamation. So I had to address that. And I know y'all going to come out with your slander, because the ones who don't want to hear it won't hear it. It's as simple as that. You want to hate him because you've been told to hate him, because he represents an ideology that you can't relate to. He represents something outside of the victimhood that you are so used to perpetuating. I get it. He hurts your feelings. He hurts your feelings because you're used to lies. You're used to bureaucratic politicians. You're used to the establishment of big government. I get it. You hate when somebody comes in with competence. I get it.